All right, and we are ready for our part 2 of the roll-up exercise. We're going to now recap what we have learned so far. And let's begin on our backs. We've learned our 100, 2 different versions, or actually 3 different versions, but we're not gonna even touch the super advanced one yet. But we have the easy version and the more advanced version of the 100 and the very first part of the roll up exercise, which was the roll down. So if you haven't watched those videos, please go ahead and do so. Catch up with us and then continue with learning the mat flow with this video. We're going to start with the 100. Guess what? We will always repeat all of the exercises that we have learned so far before moving into learning the new exercise. So last time we lowered ourselves with our knees bent. If you wish to do so, you can do so, or you can do the more advanced version and extend your legs straight, sit nice and tall, squeeze the seat. This will give you a little bit of a lift and then scoop the belly so much that you begin to roll back behind your sits bones and then slowly lower yourself down, articulating through the spine. And you are here. From here, all over the arms by the sides, check in with your body. Make sure you are fully present for today's lesson. We're going to start by bending our knees and bringing our heels towards the hips. Our feet are hip distance apart, which is about a fist distance away from each other. We're going to scoop the abdominals. We're going to pull the belly button inwards and upwards, engaging through the core unit, closing the ribs through the front. Before we even begin anything, let's become aware of these 2 parts of the exercise that are going to be constant throughout. And now with this starting position, we're going to inhale, bring the arms up, exhale, lift the chest. We're lifting past the tip of the shoulder blades, and then we're sliding the shoulders back to keep them wide, and then the tip of the shoulder blade will just touch the mat. From here, you can pump the arms in this position. This will be the easiest position with your feet both planted firmly on the ground. This will be for those of you whose core is very weak and those of you who are just beginning or maybe have some injuries. And then the next version will be to lift the legs into tabletop, one at a time, and pump the arms, breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing out 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, breathing out 2, 3, 4, 5. We can either use a sniffing breath where we breathe in little breaths like this, or we can use one long breath in for 5 counts and one long breath out for 5 counts. And now let's hug the knees into the chest, pull the belly button in and roll down. Plant the feet back on the ground, turn the head side to side to release the tension in the neck and shoulders. All right, so this was the very beginning version of the 100, the more advanced version of the 100 and with the legs in tabletop. And now we're gonna do another 50 breaths, 50 counts, and please never trust a Pilates teacher count. So count for yourself too. And we're going to do the more advanced version with the legs straight. They can be straight up at 90 degrees, which will imprint your spine into the mat. So if you have any discomfort in your lower back, I would do it with the legs 90 degrees up. And then as you become stronger in your center, in your core muscles, as they become stronger, slowly but surely, you will be able to lower the legs down a little each time, and then one day they're going to be almost all the way in front of you, and you will have this beautiful C shape, this beautiful crescent shape, like a boat that is rocking, that is going to be your body. Okay, we're going too far forward now. All right, let's get back to the task at hand. We're doing our more advanced version of the 100 right now with the 50 breaths in and out. We're going to begin in our starting position. Let's actually change our starting position to the one with the legs at tabletop. So very slowly, with your core already engaged, your belly pulling all the way down and up, right? Ribs close through the front. Slowly transfer the weight of your body while lifting your right knee up, your right foot up, and then, now this is the tough part, right? Where you have to really engage your core when you lift your left foot off the ground as well. Bam, your core is fully engaged here. Now, inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, lift the chest. From here, we're going to extend our right leg and extend our left leg. Remember, you can bring them to 90, or you can go as low as you can without bulging your tummy, right? And begin to pump the arms. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue to count. Now I'm going to talk about what should be happening in your body and what should not be happening in your body. Your belly is pulling down so hard that your lower back is not arching beyond its natural curve. Our ribs are close through the front, and you're breathing into your rib cage posteriorly and to the sides of the ribs, which is breathing into your ribs laterally. And what else? Well, your shoulders are down and away from the ears. And let's pull the knees into the chest. I bet you that was beyond 50, but you did a great job doing it. I felt like something got into my throat, so I had to stop for a second. Now we're going to place our feet down, extend them right in front of us, reach the arms up and over the head, and begin with our roll up exercise, roll down exercise. If you remember, in part 1, we did the roll down part of the roll up exercise. So we rolled down, articulating through the spine, stretching our lower back, and then we got onto the side, lifted back up, and rolled down. Well, today we're going to start in the proper position for the roll-up exercise, which is lying on our back with our arms stretched up over the head as if we just returned from the 100 like this, right? So we returned from the 100, and now we're going to transition into the roll-up. We're going to reach the arms up and over the head, and here I personally allow everyone to open up through the core, to stretch it a little bit. I think it feels fantastic here to kind of arch your back, release the core, release the engagement, and hang out here for a while. You can even walk your arms 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, giving yourself even more stretch. You will feel all the tissue that is connected to your hip, right, and to the bottom of your rib cage stretch, and it feels just so nice. And now we're going to begin learning the roll-up part of the roll down exercise. Hi honey, we're gonna be done soon. My baby, she really wants to go play, so we're gonna finish up quick. So remember, we're in the relaxed state. I allowed you to be in the relaxed state here. So your back is arching off, your ribs are probably open through the front, but before we begin the exercise, we're gonna bring everything back into its neutral position. So we're gonna close the ribs through the front. Notice the arms are already lifting up, probably. We're going to pull the belly button in and allow the arms to come up to the sky. Now, when the arms are all the way up at the sky, you should already be in your neutral spine position with the ribs closed through the front and your belly button pulled in tight. hold this position, and now we're gonna sort of go into, well, the legs are straight and the legs are also anchoring you down. The toes are pointed, pointed, pointed. The body is like one string of tension, but not over tense, just like engaged. Everything is engaged already. I hear you, baby. We're gonna go soon. And I'm gonna come up right now and I'm gonna come right to you, honey. All right, so from here, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna nod the chin and lift the chest, lifting into that same position that we lift when we go into our, oh honey, I think I have to take a break and walk with her. Guys, I'm gonna connect a couple of videos together. Hi, baby. I think I'm gonna have to. Hi, baby. 1 second, my lovey. Oh, no, 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 not yet. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me just put you on the thing. All right, you guys, I am going to connect the videos together because we don't want to keep Rosie when she's unhappy. Sometimes she hangs out here willingly, and when she doesn't want to, we gotta respect that too. So hang on, we're gonna go play with Rosie, and then I am going to continue the video for the roll up and roll down. I'll see you in just a bit. All right, I'm so thankful for the pause button that is now up on iPhones. Hi, Rosie. We had a long little walk with Rosie. I know she wants more, but we had a really long walk, and she was catching ants, and she tried to catch a bumblebee and then a grasshopper, and then she climbed the tree. But I was walking barefoot, and I got such an amazing energy just from walking barefoot here in Panther Meadows in Shasta. So I really am imbuing this video for you with all this energy that is passing through me now. All right, my feet have a little bit of tree sap on them, but that's okay. All right, where were we? We were in the roll up part of the roll up exercise. We're going to take a step back and begin at the very beginning again. We're gonna reach our arms up over the sky, allow our ribs to open up through the front here, allow our core to disengage and open up over here and hang out for a moment. Take a deep breath in and a deep exhale out. One more deep breath in and one more exhale out. Next, we're going to take an inhale, open up through the front, and as we exhale, we're going to bring our spine to neutral and our arms up to the sky. And then we're going to point our toes and reach our legs away from us, away from the hip socket, to feel the stretch and a little bit of tension, a little bit of engagement in the entire body. The idea of the roll up and roll down exercise is to keep your lower body very, very still and anchored as you articulate through the spine. Now, there is a classical version of the exercise where you roll up with your spine in flexion and you roll down in your spine in flexion. There is never a straight spine in the exercise. We will go over this one right now, but then I will teach you what I teach my students. I actually change the exercise a little bit just because it feels so intuitive to me to do that version. But let's start with the classical version. Here we are in our starting position with our arms reaching up to the sky. Our abdominals are pulling down, our ribs are close through the front. Rosie, we're gonna play a little bit more later. Now you have to be patient. You had a good walk. We're going to reach our toes, reach our feet forward, planting them onto the ground. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, we're going to lift our chest as if we were lifting for our 100. We're gonna lift and hold it here. Scoop the belly button in, reach our shoulders back now. And now we're going to continue to lift ourselves up. Now, you see what happens when you don't exercise like me? You're gonna need to bend your knees and help yourself by holding right behind your thigh to curl up. As you're curling up, oh, I'm so happy I actually am doing it with a weak core, because I can connect so much more to you now, to those of you who have not exercised, and we're gonna build it strong together. Now extend your legs back out and reach forward and keep your back in flexion and keep your shoulders back and down. And now from here, we're going to slowly peel back down, articulating through the spine, trying to keep the back of our leg anchored to the ground. Slowly peel down. Try not to lift the shoulders, although that's very intuitive to do that when the core is still weak. The upper traps will try to take over. And now reach your arms all the way back behind your head, and let's release the core. Let's release the engagement through the center of the body. Let's unzip, open up, and relax here for a moment. How was that? Was that doable? Was that too hard? What do you think? If this was too hard, then go back to the previous video where you can do only the first part of the roll-up exercise, which is the roll down. You're going to roll onto your side, you're going to lift up, and you're going to sit nice and tall, tuck, and peel back. Reach your arms up, reach over the head, reach your arms up towards the sky, and then roll onto your side, lift up, and repeat that cycle for as long as you feel comfortable. And then as you progress, you're going to start doing it with the roll-up part. All right, let's do the roll-up part one more time. And again, if your core is strong enough, you can probably lift yourself all the way up with the straight leg. But if you are still working up to that, then bend your knees, and you can help yourself by just gently supporting yourself as you roll up by holding with the palms of your hands behind your thigh bone. All right, let's begin. Let's do the roll up again. We're gonna reach our arms up and over the sky, disengaged here through the front. Now take a deep inhale in, stretch, exhale, arms to the sky. Everything goes back to neutral. The body engages completely, fully through the center, through the legs, through the tips of your fingers. And then we're going to inhale here, exhale, lift into the next position, which is our C curve, our abdominal curve here, like as if we're lifting for 100. And then from here, we're gonna continue to lift up, and I can't yet lift myself up with my core. I really want to use my upper traps, so I'm gonna bend the knees. I'm gonna help myself through that one position, and then slowly, slowly, slowly lift up, reach past the toes, stretch here, bring your shoulders back, and then peel. You can go all the way past if you want to feel the stretch in the back of your leg, but it's not what normally we want to keep that C curve here, right? So if we go all the way past the toes, notice how we're losing that C-shaped curve that is in your lower back and the abdominals, right? We're almost going into something that is more straight if we reach all the way past the toes. But you can if you want. All right. Otherwise, we're going to keep the C curve, and peel back down, shoulders back, feet and the back of the legs are anchored. You peel down, reach the arms up. One more time. Inhale here. Exhale, continue to exhale as you come all the way up and reach past the toes, still keeping the length in your lower torso. Keep the length. Feel like you're a round ball shape here. Reach past the toes, bring the shoulders back, and then peel back down through the spine. one vertebra at a time. Remember, the shoulders are down. Abdominals are scooping, 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 scooping. And you are all the way down. Now, this is the classical version of the exercise where you'd never go into a flat back position. I teach it a little bit differently. Let's go through my version right now. We are going to begin on our back with our legs straight, firmly planted on the ground. The back of the leg is anchoring us, the core is anchoring us, the heels are anchoring us, the arms go up and over the head. We take a stretch, we arch our back, we are loose, we don't care, and then take a deep breath in to stretch even more, allowing the blood to flow into the tummy, into all of the area there. And as we exhale, arms come up, the spine goes into neutral, the belly button pulls in and up, everything engages, and then we go into our beginning stage of the 100 exercise, right, with the legs stretched here. But instead of lifting up the legs into the 100, we're going to continue to lift up our torso, and here we're going to go all the way past the toe, and then we're going to uncurl the spine into a seated tall position. So that's what I do. I feel great when I do it. So this is my version of the roll up, roll down. I roll up, I reach past the toes, then I bring my shoulders back as I uncurl my spine into a seated tall position. From here, I squeeze my seat, I tuck the tailbone under, and I slowly peel back down, articulating through the spine, placing one vertebra at a time onto the mat. Control, control, and release control when the arms reach up and over the head. Let's do it again. How did you like that? I'm gonna flow through it. I'm gonna do it several times so that you can see which version you like better. We're gonna open the arms. The arms are reaching up over the head. Everything is open. We inhale, exhale, close the ribs through the front. Continue to exhale, lift your chest off the ground, keeping the tip of your shoulder blades down. Check in with your engagement, point the toe, and continue to lift all the way up, all the way up, all the way up, keeping the shoulders down. Reach past the toes, round through the spine, and now from this rounded position, begin to uncurl into a nice straight line that runs from the crown of your head all the way to your tailbone, with, of course, its natural curves. But look, my spine looks straight here. I'm sitting nice and tall. There is a lot of work happening here to sit this way. I'm also lifting myself away from my hips, away from my pelvis, and growing tall through the spine. From here, I'm gonna squeeze my glutes. You should feel there is a change, right? I'm lifted like on those air boat, right? I get lifted. I squeeze my seat, I squeeze my pelvic floor, I engage through the abdomen, and then with that length, with the pulling of the belly button in, I begin to lower down. I'm going to try not to move my legs as much as I can, keeping them anchored, and lower down one vertebra at a time onto the mat. Reach my arms up and over the head, and that's when I can open up and release the tension in my body. Relax the body for a second. Take a deep breath in, exhale out, and now we're going to do it again. We're going to inhale, everything opens, exhale, everything zips back up. Continue to exhale, lift your chest as if someone is pulling you through the sternum by an invisible string. You're lifting just past your shoulder, the tip of your shoulder blades. And now engage everywhere and continue to lift yourself up, trying to use only your abdominal muscles. Of course, that's impossible for beginners. We do use our upper traps. That's okay. Reach past the toes, round through the spine, feel the stretch, and now begin to grow nice and tall. Shoulders down, shoulders back. Sit nice and tall, grow tall from the ground to the sky. Feel your torso just stretching, the arms stretch right in front of you. Feel the length in your spine. Now squeeze the seat, tuck the tail, pull the abdominals inwards and upwards, and anchor your feet. Keep your shoulders down. Roll down through the spine. Hopefully one vertebra at a time, but that will come with experience. Some of us may just flop, and that's okay too. And arms come over the head. We'll release the tension, and let's roll onto our side. Lift back up, and let's be done for this one. So now we know our 100, our easy version, our more advanced version, and now we know our roll-up exercise, where we know the easy version where we can roll down, turn on our side, lift back up, repeat, right? So that's what you can do when everybody else is doing the advanced version and you feel like you're not there yet. Do not push yourself. It's not about doing it. It's about doing it right, meaning that your core can support that movement. If your core, if your center cannot yet support that movement, then you are doing more harm to your body than good. So it's always okay to challenge yourself just a tad more, but believe me, if you're doing an exercise that your core can handle long enough, if you're practicing it long enough, it will build strength for the next step. Naturally, you will want to advance, right? Don't advance before your body is ready to advance. And then we also learned our complete roll up exercise. I always confuse whether it's roll up, roll down. Some people call it roll up, some people call it roll down. But it is a roll up exercise, but there is a roll down part and a roll up part in the exercise. So in the next, and we learned two versions of that. The classical version where your spine never goes into straight position. That's the normal version. That's what you would want to learn if you are becoming a Pilates teacher, if you are going to teach it to others, or need to pass an exam or something, then you would do the classical version, right? Your spine will never go straight. You'll be always in flexion in the upper body. You're going forward, going back, going forward, going back. Only your feet are planted on the ground. Nothing in the lower body moves as the spine goes over, down, over, down. And we learned my version where we go up in a flexed position, and then we straighten out the spine, and then we tuck and roll back down into flexion. So choose whichever one works for you, and enjoy the exercises. Play with them on your own. Go back and re-watch the video, and then see which version is right for you for right now. I'm giving you all sorts of little tips, so there is no excuse not to do it, right? It's only about now finding the version that fits you right now, and then learning it, doing it, to then move forward, to then expand into the next version, and sometimes to maybe even go back into the previous version, like I'm doing right now. I used to be super advanced a year ago, and I stopped exercising altogether. I gave myself a clean break. I wanted to learn how to love myself, whether I exercise or whether I don't exercise at all, whether I have wrinkles and cellulite and all that stuff on my body. I wanted to see what can I love myself just as is, and I feel like I can. I finally reached that stage, and now I'm going to just add on to it little by little. But that said, what I did was I went from an advanced version to now the very simple version, and that's how I'm going to restart. I know how it works. I know that I need to take baby steps, and these baby steps will add up to me doing the advanced work very, very soon again, which I'm not even looking forward to the advanced work. I'm just looking forward to doing these baby steps and watching the magic unfold, watching how my body slowly, in such tiny little steps, gets so strong so quick. So I hope you enjoy the videos. Please press a like, and in the next video we're going to do the next exercise in the Pilates Mat Flow series, which is the roll over. Now, that exercise is not for everybody. If you have heart issues, if you're pregnant, if you have cervical spine issues, oh, so many things, you cannot do that exercise. So please educate yourself about your body before coming back to the next exercise, and know before the class, can you do it? Are you allowed to do it? Or maybe this is something you should just watch, right? And know that this is something that you can do, but that is not particularly right for your body right now. So do me a favor, look up a rollover exercise, see you know, whether it is safe for you to do that or not. See with your doctor, and see with the what is the right word for that? Basically, противопоказания. It escapes me in English. What are who should not be doing that exercise, and see if you're one of those people, right? Okay, so we now know the 100, we know the roll up, and we're gonna learn the rollover soon. Come back and check in with this video, with my videos, and please follow, like, subscribe to know when the new video is coming out. Love you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm going to go play with Rosie now. She's been so patient. She's amazing. I love her. Bye.